Big news from the F1. The NEOM McLaren Formula E team has just announced that Jake Hughes will be leaving the team at the end of the 2024 ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. This unexpected move has left fans and the racing community buzzing with questions. McLaren has announced that Jake Hughes has left their Formula E team after the season concluded just over a week ago in London. Hughes spent 2 seasons with the team, making a strong impression by securing 4 pole positions and a podium finish during his time in Formula E. Hughes has been with the team for the past 4.5 years, starting when it was known as Mercedes EQ. Despite his departure from McLaren, he remains in the championship and has been confirmed as a new driver for Maserati. Jake debuted in the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship in 2023 with McLaren. Over his time with the team, he scored 96 points, earned 4 pole positions, and achieved a P2 podium finish at the 2024 Shanghai E-Prix. In his first race, the 2023 Mexico City E-Prix, he qualified in P3 and finished P5. He secured the team's first pole position during his 3rd race weekend in Diriyah and another pole position at the 2023 Monaco E-Prix. In 2024, Jake continued his strong performance with 2 more pole positions and his first podium finish in the championship, placing 2nd. Jake Hughes has been pivotal to the team's success since 2020, starting as reserve and development driver for the Mercedes EQ Formula E team. This team laid the groundwork for what is now the NEOM McLaren Formula E team. Hughes's journey with the team has been marked by significant milestones and contributions. Leaving the NEOM McLaren Formula E team will feel very strange for me in the coming weeks, based on the fact this team has been my home for the last 4.5 years, said Hughes. I have a lot of thanks to give to so many different people within the team for what they have given me, and how they have prepared me and allowed me to grow into the racing driver I am today. Hughes expressed deep gratitude towards the team, stating, "Everything I am in Formula E is down to this team, and for that I am extremely grateful. I wish the team all the best, and I have no doubt that we'll have some good times racing on track against each other in the future." Hughes was instrumental during the team's 2022 transition from Mercedes EQ to McLaren. The Briton played a critical role in McLaren making an immediate impact in Formula E, securing pole position in just his and the team's 3rd race back in Saudi Arabia last year. His achievements include 4 pole positions and a podium finish, showcasing his talent and dedication. Jake has made a significant contribution to this team over the years, both on and off the track, and we are incredibly grateful for his input and dedication throughout, said team principal Ian James. During this time, he has flourished into a proven talent in Formula E, particular highlights being his 4 pole positions, with one coming in only his 3rd ever event in Formula E, and his P2 finish in Shanghai this year. On a personal note, I have thoroughly enjoyed working with Jake. Alongside his natural talent as a driver, he is a consummate professional and yet has an easy sense of humor, which has endeared him to all in the Formula E paddock. Where will Hughes go? Jake Hughes privately informed senior team members and his side of the McLaren garage in London last weekend that he would be leaving the team after failing to reach an agreement on a new deal. This decision led to him accepting an offer from Maserati, where he will make his public debut at the pre-season Valencia test week in November. Hughes is expected to be officially announced as leaving McLaren and joining Maserati MSG later this month. Speaking to the race in London, Hughes refrained from commenting directly on his future, but emphasized the significant role McLaren played in his development. McLaren has made me into the racing driver I am. I'm a much better racing driver than I ever have been, and that's very much down to the team I'm in, Hughes said. I believe in the project, and I believe that the team will be successful. For me, you're always trying to perform well and to the maximum of your ability. If you do that, you'll hopefully be in a position where you're thought of well up and down the pit lane. Hughes' transition from McLaren to Maserati marks a significant shift in his career. His contributions to McLaren, from pole positions to podium finishes, have highlighted his talent and dedication. Hughes remains optimistic about his future, stating, "And that doesn't mean things change or things stay the same, but it means you're doing something good. You're on the path to something successful. So from my side, I'm not really looking at it from any other point other than keep doing what I'm doing in the racing car and the rest will sort itself out. Maserati MSG is set for a major overhaul next season. With Maximilian Günther moving to DS Penske and Johan Daruvala not meeting expectations after a season with only 2-point scoring finishes, Maserati MSG will have a fresh driver lineup. Daruvala's highlight was a 7th place finish at the second Berlin Prix in May. Hughes is expected to join Maserati MSG, and the team will likely announce his departure from McLaren and a new role soon. Outgoing DS Penske driver Stoffel Vandoorne is the favourite to fill the other seat alongside Hughes. This new lineup aims to rejuvenate Maserati MSG's performance in the upcoming season. Who will replace Hughes at McLaren? The decision by McLaren to let Jake Hughes go has surprised many in the paddock, especially considering his strong performances in his 2 seasons with the team. Hughes, who began his Formula E career as a reserve and development driver with Venturi in 2020, later joined Mercedes EQ, which McLaren acquired in 2022. His chance to race came when Mercedes EQ transformed into NEOM McLaren, where he partnered with René Rast and made a notable impact in his rookie season, securing 2 pole positions and 8-point scoring finishes. In his second season, Hughes continued to impress with 2 more pole positions and a podium at the Shanghai E-Prix. He has competed strongly against his more experienced teammate Sam Bird, who joined McLaren from Jaguar at the end of 2023. Hughes's departure from McLaren opens up a significant opportunity for Taylor Barnard, the current test and reserve driver. Barnard has already demonstrated his potential by scoring points in 2 of his 3 substitute appearances this season. With Hughes moving to Maserati MSG, Barnard is expected to step into a full-time driving role, providing a fresh chance for him to prove himself in Formula E. Barnard's performances in substitute roles have drawn the attention of McLaren, making him a strong candidate to replace Hughes. He stepped in for the injured Sam Bird at the Monaco and Berlin races, finishing 10th and 8th respectively. His solid performances in these high-stakes races, combined with his existing deal that includes a potential racing option, have made him a promising choice. Currently competing in Formula 2, Taylor Barnard is expected to take over Hughes's seat. This mirrors Hughes's own rise to prominence when he first joined the grid, showing similar potential for success. McLaren is keen on leveraging Barnard's talent and previous experience as a substitute driver to ensure a smooth transition and maintain team momentum. McLaren team principal Ian James acknowledged Hughes's significant contributions to the team's success. He emphasized the importance of concluding the current season on a high note, saying, "He's been a huge part of its success as well. I want to make sure that we go out of London this weekend on a high and use that momentum to carry us forward." I met with Jake earlier and we discussed exactly that and said, listen, we're not even going to talk about the future. We're not going to talk about what's coming beyond Sunday. James and Hughes recently discussed the future, but chose to focus on ending the season strongly, avoiding any discussions about upcoming changes. This approach highlights McLaren's commitment to finishing the season on a positive note while preparing for the transition in their driver lineup. So, what do you think of the unexpected exit of the star driver from McLaren? Comment below your views and subscribe for more such videos.